Well, okay, everybody. I bit the bullet, whatever, and I went with a one-man tent. I swore I'd never do it. I was a big proponent on how comfortable I was in my two-man tent and everything I had in it. But this, just to give you an example, I'm still using the same tarp as I did with my two-man tent. My two-man tent covered that whole brown tarp. Why I went with the one-man tent, it's lighter, smaller, more compactable, and there was a couple other things that I did change. I did add this chair, which will always go with me. I use it so much on this trip. It's so nice to come out of the tent itself in the morning and have someplace to sit to put my shoes and boots on, come back from a long ride, have some place to sit. You can get these little tripod chairs, maybe a little bit smaller without the backing, but I really like that backing. That makes a difference in the world. And losing the two-man tent to be able to carry the chair was well worth it. Now, I talked about when I had the two-man tent, there was a lot of stuff I was able to keep in it to keep dry, clean, out of the elements, away from critters. So what I do now, because I carry it anyways, is this Tusk dry bag. And I want to say that's a 40-liter dry bag. I have it with me anyway, so now instead of the boots and helmet going in the tent with me, they'll just go in there. Heck, I'm carrying that anyways. Might as well make it a dual purpose. One thing I'm going to mention, at the tent you're looking at, it comes with these. A lot of lightweight tents come with these type of tent stakes, and they suck. Right when you hit them, it doesn't take long. These are going to bend. I found these at March Air Force Base, and then Cuervo actually, ironically, had the same exact ones that he found on Amazon, I think. And I have them staked in now. What I like about it, they're lightweight. You could really smack those on the top of that head and drive them in, and they do not bend. I gave them some really good hits. I don't know if I can see the name on this. Coghlan's, Cole Hands. And I'm sure there's other places you can get that too. I'm also carrying this, a little bit on the heavier side, but you know something? When you get done, when you want to get your tent up, I'm not going to use a rock. I'm not going to use some improvised tool. I can actually use this to ping things around on the KLR if need be, but I haven't had to yet. But it's nice to have it, and I can really smack these tent stakes pretty good and not compromise them. So this goes with me in the tent bag. I picked this up. It's a Goal. I thought it was a Sea to Summit, but it's a Gold Zero. It's solar. It's a solar light, flat. It pancakes in and out of itself. And what I like about it for this tent configuration is when you pop it out, it has this little hooky thing. And I guess I'll show you. I'll show you where I hook it up to. Now I went with another mattress. This is my solar setup. I've been charging stuff all day with my solar stuff. The other thing I do also that I consider my tent setup is that I get these hot hand things. Those are actually for toe warmers, but there's the giant one, there's the hand one. I usually crack one of these open and throw it in the sleeping bag, and it does. It makes a huge difference. Very easy to carry. And then the sleeping pad that I love so much that I've been using, I went ahead and got a smaller profile one. And all this stuff really reduced my size and weight about half, but it does require this little gadget, which I found also on Amazon, and it works tremendously fast, tremendously good, and it's once again getting away from the batteries. It's USB charged. So let's get back inside the tent. Now I gotta start losing weight, people. I'm about 240 pounds, and I'm about 6 foot even. So I've already talked about some of this down gear I had purchased. So at the foot, I have a goose down jacket, goose down pants that I always wear. I always wore that gold one. I was always warm. Last night I didn't, and I did feel the difference. I deviated and I felt the difference. I also got rid of my 2 pillows and I traded it for the one. This is made by this company. Now, one of the key things when you start looking at these inflatable camp pillows, don't inflate them. I inflate the mattress all the way, but don't inflate these pillows all the way, because if you do, try it a different ways. I don't like inflating it all the way. I like to be able to fold it you know, mess around with it and stuff like that to contour my head. This is actually a hood, a down hood. It's in the bag right now, but that's a down hood that I wear, kind of like being in a sleeping bag. I did swap out my sleeping bag. The one that I had flannel lined was too big, too bulky. So this one here was a cheap one I found on Amazon, and I love it. It's wide, it's rectangular, it's boxed at the toe, so I have room to move around. Now, if you look at it, this tent from wall to wall, now that's it. I really can't put too much gear in here at all, other than stuff I'll need to sleep. So let me peel the sleeping bag off, and then this is the it's the same company as I got this at Big Five Sporting Goods, I think, but you can get them at Amazon. And and I'm so surprised that how thin this is and how small it packs up, and it's very durable material, but how much, once you get your weight on it, all those pockets distribute, and it does a really, really good job in taking care of, just supporting my body. My 240-pound body does a really good job. But as you see, there's not one thing I like about this tent that my other one didn't have. It has these little pockets. It has a little storage pocket there, one in this corner, a triangular one right there, and another triangular one over here, right there. I do like that feature. My other one didn't have anything like that. And then let me show you where I put the spin this around real quick. Let me show you where I put the little light I was talking about. I'm really, really tired. I think I just fell asleep on this little patio thing. I'll do a quick little capture of our camp. Whoa, I just dropped it. So, okay, so this thing here, come on, it goes on that little hook. And there you go. So it hangs there, and that gives me plenty of light. There's 3 modes on that. I'll just hit it now. And this has been loud. I set this out in the sun when we go riding. So there's 1 level, 2nd level. Come on, don't make a liar out of me. Okay, I think that's the dimmest. Let me try it again. Off. Very bright. 2nd level, dimmest level. So I'm gonna put on the dimmest level for now, and I'll put it back on the hook. Now, what we ended up doing, because it's Memorial Day weekend, we had a feeling that campsites were not going to be as easy to come by. So Corvo's wife went on the hunt for us, and what we ended up doing, so you might have seen the Airstream and a couple other shots. So we got this really affordable campsite, Airbnb, that you stay in this, you have an option to stay in here, and we haven't. You probably think we're crazy, but it was so nice. The owners are really, really nice. I needed some tools, something I needed for my KLR, and the guy came up. He kind of hung out with us last night. We had a really, really good time visiting, but we're using our tent setups, and we're just using this as a backup. We did use the refrigerator to keep our water cold and to get our ice cream and stuff like that, and some of the utensils. But when it came to our sleep system, because this is really a trial run for Corvo and I, or changing things up, that we stuck to our tents and our sleeping systems. And there's the bike. He's in a REI. He's still in a 2-man tent. Now mine, I guess if you can look at the dimensions, he has a really nice high dome. Very easy, and he's taller than I am. Very easy to sit up in. So he still has room within his tent to store his gear. And it's REI. Do you remember the name model of this?
Passage 2.
This is called a Passage 2. So basically, to see the difference, that's kind of what I had, but mine was not had such a high dome as his. But it's kind of nice that it is high. And like I said, we didn't even know this, but he bought additional stakes exactly like mine, and we didn't know that till we got here. What's the name of the Airbnb here?
I'll find out for you. I'll let you know. Keep going with your...
And for those that I saw somebody making a comment, I know I say his name, his nickname. his first name is Joe. Someone said Joel on my channel. No, his first name is Joe, Joe. And I used to call him Jose. Then I called him Jose Cuervo. And now his nickname is, I always call him Cuervo. One of the things,
It's called Glamping style in this vintage Airstream.
Glamp in style in this vintage Airstream.
It's in Prescott, Arizona.
Prescott, Arizona. You should be able to find it. If you're looking for a nice, quiet, solitude place, even if you're moto-camping, this is a nice base camp because we left all of our stuff out. No one's coming down this road. And we left some of our cook stuff out. It's been really nice to relax in this patio area that we have. The little gas fireplace here. Everything you need is inside. Obviously, there's not a lot of people who are gonna say, I'm gonna rent out an Airstream and just camp on the outside. He thought it was pretty funny. The owner's like, what is going on here? He was really cool with it though. He's like, no, enjoy whatever you need. We did not use the barbecue. But we went through our equipment. There was a couple of things that was really nice to bring some new stuff out. We did make a run to a Sportsman's Warehouse. I had to pick up a tool at Home Depot, a number 10 metric.
10 millimeter.
10 millimeter, yeah, thank you. Pick up a 10 millimeter, and then where else? We went to was it REI?
REI and Sportsman's, yep.
REI and Sportsman's Warehouse. Cuervo got a couple of kitchen items. So that's about it for a new one. Oh, I guess this is the name of my tent. Lost. And I got this on Amazon. The thing about it, I got it like at 10 o'clock at night, the night before I drove out here. And it came like at 4 o'clock in the morning. I live in Riverside, California. So that was really nice. But that's the tent setup. You guys have any questions? But one thing I'm telling you, a lot of people say, God, man, why don't you get those little camping chairs that you assemble? I have 2 of those already, and I've traveled with them. And that's just one more thing I just do not want to assemble. This thing actually folds up quite small, this camping chair. And then what I do is I fold it up, and then I wrap my motorcycle cover around it to secure it. And it works out really good. You can't even see it on the bike, really. But it's nice to have this little patio area, I guess. Now, when I zip this down, when this zips down, this does give me a little bit area. Now, it's not secured from critters or whatnot, but it does give you a little bit of added shelter that if you want to use it. And another point I'm going to make too, these one-man tents conserve the heat exponentially. I cannot believe the dramatic change in temperature when I unzip that to come out and then I break that open. I cannot believe how that retains heat. Could be a bad thing summer months. Maybe just take the rain fly off and let it vent, just let your screens out. But because it's getting a little bit cooler at night up here, but it's nice. I just come out, have someplace to step on, which is not dirt. Get a little broom, I guess. But I can sit right there, swap out my shoes, have a little patio. So I'm going to keep that for a while and not do the 2-man tent anymore and see how that works out. But let me know if you guys have any. This was just kind of like an impromptu video. I just wanted to share that with you. We're both kind of tired, just sleeping in new places. Been hot. We've been out in the sun a lot. It's been a great Memorial Day weekend. It's Sunday. We do head out of here back to Cuervo's house in Buckeye tomorrow. And I'll be spending the night down there, and then I'm heading home on Tuesday. So thanks again, folks. I hope this enlightens you. Now, we have a bunch of camping stuff we tried out as far as pots, pans, utensils, my stove. But I'll do that on another review. Just wanted to show you some of the changes I made in my sleeping system. All right, everybody, take care. And, I want to show you this. Yeah, let me end with that. That has just been it's kind of relaxing to listen to during the day and to watch. He calls it lawn art. I guess it is a functional water pump windmill though, but at night it gets kind of annoying. But he turns it off at night. But once again, this is a great place to stop, very affordable. This guy is just a great host. You would love it if you ever got here. All right, bye.